So just rest the arms and the hands wherever it feels natural, wherever it feels comfortable. Maybe the seat's to the earth, or maybe the seat is on a block or some kind of support. And as we breathe in, we'll have a little lift up through the spine, as if we're guiding the crown of the head to the sky. As we breathe out, just a softness of the shoulders. And just take in the next couple of breaths in that way. So the breath in guides us into a little bit of length. Breath out just guides us into some softness. And we can soften through the face, through the belly. Just arriving with stillness of body, steadiness of breath. And maybe a moment to check in with the mind. So now the opportunity to release from the day that's already gone, not worry about what's coming, just to be as present as we can. And you might have a word, an intention. You might even have a dedication for your practice, just sending your energy to someone or something else, or it may be to yourself. I'm going to take a couple more breaths, that opportunity to welcome in each present moment and just release from anything else. Breathe in through nose if you can, breathe in out through nose or mouth, whatever feels best. With that mixture of strength and softness. And then gently blinking the eyes open. As we breathe in, we're going to sweep the hands up, turn the palms forwards. As you breathe out, fold the body forwards. Inhale, just coming up onto the tips of the fingers as we lengthen through the spine. And as we exhale, coming onto the flats of the hands, curling the chin in towards the chest. Breathe in, we're reaching the hands up, really stretch through the side body, join the palms in an upward salute. And as we breathe out, we come to the heart space, soften back through the shoulders. Inhale, sweep up, palms forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhale, just lifting slightly. And exhale to fold. When the breath in is there, sweeping upwards, joining the palms. And with the breath out, coming back to our seated mountain. So just taking one more like that with your own breath. We'll meet back in mountain. Okay. Nice deep breath in here as we reach the fingertips up towards the sky. As we breathe out, we're going to sweep to the right side, place the right hand behind us, left hand where it feels comfortable. Push and ground through that back hand as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just softening into the right shoulder. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, let's just turn back to center, bring the palms back towards the heart space. Inhale, we reach the fingertips back up, but as we exhale, we're opening to that left side. So left hand behind, breathe in, find the space, and as you breathe out, just soften into it. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, return to center, rejoin the palms, and let's just take a nice deep breath in and out there. And then releasing the hands, we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. So you could roll forwards over the knees, or you could just drop the legs to the side, whatever you feel best. So take your time, come onto the hands and knees, and then from here, we're going to sit back into what we call thunderbolt position. So you could have the toes tucked. It depends what that sensation feels like to you. You could be on the tops of the feet. You might have something in between the legs. As we breathe in, we're going to sweep the hands up, palms forwards. We draw the biceps back to open the heart space. As we breathe out, we sit the seat back down, just bring the hands back down. Inhale as we sweep up once more. Exhale to sit down. So we've got a little mini back bend in here. One more as we breathe in. And breathe out. And we're going to add a little bit of something onto it. So we breathe in, drawing the heart open. As we breathe out, we're bringing the hands down to the ground. Inhale, we just scoop under and then come up. So we're in our cow position. Exhale, rounding the spine to find cat. Inhale, we sweep the hands back up, nice mini back bend. And as we exhale, we sit the seat back down. Inhale. Exhale, hands to earth. Inhale, scooping through. And exhale, arching the back. Inhale, sweeping up. And exhale, just taking a seat back down. So one more, just with your own breath. We'll meet back in our seated position. Nice. And from here, let's come forwards and just have a little stretch out of the legs one at a time. So taking one leg back, just gently pushing into the ball of the foot. Then taking the other leg back, same thing. And then knees come to the earth. We find ourselves in our tabletop position. Tuck the toes, push the seat to the heels, breathe in. And as you breathe out, downward facing dog. So stepping the feet to what is a good position for you. Maybe bending the knees, the head can feel heavy, the fingers are nicely spread. Let's start to shift the gaze between the thumbs. You might come onto the tips of the fingers as we walk the toes towards the backs of the wrists. So feet hip distance apart will be helpful for balance. As we breathe in, you can either come onto blocks or just slide the hands up the shins, maybe towards the knees, flatten the back. As we breathe out, we bend the knees, tuck the chin in towards the chest, Uttanasana. And then that next breath in, start to lift the gaze, sweep the arms forwards or wide, join the palms. Inhale once more here. And as you exhale, release the hands down by the side of the body and just come to find your version of Tadasana. So stepping your feet wherever is comfy, gazing forwards, maybe closing the eyes. And just reminding ourselves of that strength and softness. So the toes are spread, the legs are strong. The upper body is soft, so the facial muscles can relax, the shoulders can drop, the belly can be soft. Nice deep breath in and out. As we breathe in, we're going to sweep the hands forwards and up. Again, we could draw the biceps back. It's like we're lifting the heart space up. As we exhale, we bend the knees and we fold the body forwards. Breathing in, we slide the hands up the legs. Breathing out, we come into our forward fold. Inhale as we sweep the arms wide, rising upwards into our upward salute. Take another breath there if you need to. And as you exhale, we come to Tadasana. So just going to add a little bit on from that. Breathing in, we sweep up. Breathe out, we come down towards the ground. Take a breath in, sliding up halfway. Breathe out, we forward fold. And let's step our right foot back and drop that right knee down to the earth, release the foot. Take a breath in as we sweep the hands up again. We might draw the arms back, feel like we open the heart space. You might even bend the elbows to encourage that. As we breathe out, we're going to bring the hands down to the ground. 2 more like that. We breathe in and out. It's this expansive breath in, and then this breath just to settle back down to the earth. Once the hands are down to the earth, we want them inside our left foot, so we've got a lot of space to that right side. We might just start to gently shift weight forwards and backwards here. And then come to a pause point. Left knee is over heel or ankle. Take a little breath in, maybe come onto the fingertips. And as you breathe out, let the head be heavy, maybe the elbows bend, and we just release down into what we call our lizard position, lizard lunge. You might turn the left toes out to the side, you might come onto the outer edge of the foot, but none of that is forced. That all just feels natural if it happens. Steady breath. Let's turn those left toes back to center. Make sure we can place the hands down onto the earth. We probably want to go a little bit ahead of the left toe line. And the option here could be to lift that back knee and just draw the back toes as far away as we can. So this is our high lizard position. If we notice that we're really bringing shoulders to ears, we want to draw the head forward and the shoulders back. So it can feel quite intense. We can always drop the knee down if we need to. Let's take a breath in from here. As we breathe out, come onto the tips of the fingers, step that back foot forwards. Inhale, halfway. As we exhale, bend the knees, forward fold, and we're going to take a couple of breaths there. So you might take ragdoll, opposite elbows. You might have a little sway of the hips or the bum. Maybe just recapturing the breath. And then up to you here. It could be head first or head last as you push through the feet and start to bring yourself up into Tadasana. Nice deep breath in when you get there. Breathe out. And the upper body just settles down. Energy comes into the earth. You might close the eyes or soften the gaze. Just pause. And gently blink the eyes open. Inhale, we sweep the arms up, draw the biceps back. As we exhale, we're folding forwards. Take a breath in, slide up halfway. Breathing out, forward fold. Breathe in here, prepare. Breathe out, we step that left foot back. We drop that knee down. As we breathe in, we sweep the hands up. We might come into that cactus shape with bent elbows. As we breathe out, we surrender back down to the ground. Just 2 more in your own breath. Once the fingertips are back to the earth, just slowly shifting weight forwards and backwards. So it's kind of like a little warm up, getting the synovial fluids moving. And then we'll breathe in, find a little bit of space, prepare. As we breathe out, just folding down inside that right leg. Finding our lizard position. Again, the right toes might turn out. It might be the outside edge of the foot. It doesn't necessarily, and quite often doesn't work this way, that both sides of the body will respond in the same way. You might be striving for a little bit of stillness, or you might just be kind of gently moving forwards and backwards, a little bit of motion to the body. And then let's turn the toes back towards the top of the mat. Just bring the hands forward slightly. So the intention is that as we just shift the weight forwards, we've got shoulders over wrists. Tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and just slide the toes away. So see how that feels. Let's take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to take that right foot back, find our plank position. Inhale here. As we exhale, seat comes up towards the sky, feet step forward slightly as we find downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. Breathing it out. And slowly coming down to the knees, taking the knees a little bit wider, turn the big toes towards each other. Seat comes back to heels, fingertips extend forwards as we bring ourselves down towards the earth, into our child's pose. We might be on the forehead, the side of the head. Might be using something underneath the head. And a couple of deep breaths here. Re-arriving back to the earth. Slowly starting to unfurl. And from here, we're going to make our way onto our back. So if you have a block, that would be useful. If you don't, you could just use a cushion, something for a little bit of support underneath your low back. So we'll pop that to the side of the mat, so we know that we can reach for that. Anything else that you feel you might need. And then we're going to come into a tall seated position. So arms come out in front of us, shoulders draw back. Gaze is forwards. And then maybe from here, we take hold of the backs of the thighs, just lean back slightly and come onto the tips of the toes. So one way of practicing Navasana or boat pose. Maybe we lift the toes away. Maybe we also extend the arms. Steady breath. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, start to extend the legs and the body back. Inhale, see if you can just gently lift back up. Exhale, start to extend back. Inhale, we lift back up. And this time as we exhale, we're going to extend all the way down onto our mat. If you feel the need to for the lower back, you could bring the knees in towards the chest. Just give them a little hug and a roll, or maybe just take a deep breath there. And from here, you could absolutely just enjoy Shavasana, or join me in a bit of a supported bridge position. So feet come to the earth, chin is gently into the chest, and we've got our block or our cushion or whatever it is. It doesn't need to be high for this position. We push down through the feet, lift up through the spine, and just slide our prop so it supports the low part of our back. Our head and neck stay where they are here. Gaze up towards the sky. So just going to practice a couple of leg lifts. from here. So pressing down through left foot, we might start to bend that right knee and then extend the sole of the foot up towards the sky. So there could still be a bend in the knee. We don't have to force. If we feel like we're nicely warm through the back of the leg, we can always spread the toes and curl them back towards our face. So that will open up through the hamstring. You might be gazing towards the big toe, gazing towards the sky. You might even have the eyes closed. When a breath in is there, take it, and as you breathe out, slowly bend that right knee. Place the foot to there. Press down through right foot and slowly start to extend through left leg. Softening upper back to the earth. Just noticing if we've scrunched our shoulders up towards our ears. And if we feel steady on the prop that we've got underneath us, we could bring that right leg to join the left leg. So kind of a version of legs up a wall. Just a couple of breaths here. You might find that we kind of bring the thighs in towards the belly a little bit, and that's okay. It can offer a bit more stability. You can always use the arms down by the side of the body as well. Let's slowly bend into the knees. Place the soles of the feet down onto the ground. Push through the feet as we breathe in. Slide that prop away. As we breathe out, we bring the spine down to the ground. And let's take the feet wider and let the knees knock in, constructive rest. Breath in here, sweep the arms wide. As you breathe out, let the knees roll over to the right side. So if you can just let them fall, do that. If you feel like you want to shuffle and stack the legs, that is absolutely fine too. The head might roll in the same direction, or you might choose to take it over to the left with the gaze. So you've still got this really nice openness through upper body. Next, breath in. You're going to bring the knees back to center. You might knock the knees in, step the feet wide if that's comfy. And as you breathe out, let them roll over to the left. So same thing applies here. They might just roll over. There's different benefits to different ways of working with our supine twist. So you can decide what feels best and most beneficial for you. And as we breathe in, let's bring the knees back to center. Draw them in towards us, take them out nice and wide, catch hold of the backs of the thighs. And like we're drawing the knees in towards the armpits, we keep them bent. We just show our soles of the feet towards the sky to come into our happy baby position. So you could absolutely reach for the outside edges of the feet. You could reach for the big toes. You might just hold on to the calves. You might have a little roll on the spine here, so there's loads of different options to explore. And we've done some nice little warming up of the hamstrings. So if you want to, you could explore extending one leg away into a half sky straddle kind of position, maybe the other. Just be truthful about how the backs of the legs feel. You might work on a full straddle with the legs, but we're not pushing. And then we could also bring the soles of the feet towards each other, hold on to the outside edges of the feet and draw the inside edges of the feet together. So we've got this kind of butterfly or Baddha Konasana position with the feet in the air. And as we next breathe out, just bringing the feet down to the ground. Maybe you slide them down onto the mat. Maybe you keep the feet to the earth, let the knees knock in. Just positioning the upper body how you would like it as well. So whether that's spread out a little bit or whether that's hands close into the body. And an invitation to close the eyes or soften the gaze. And take a nice deep breath. And at this point, letting our practice go, a bit that's been before this, and inviting ourselves to be present in a short Shavasana. If you had a word or an affirmation, a dedication, anything like that, perhaps you return to that, or perhaps something has come to you now. If not, you might just bring the hands to the belly or the heart space and focus on the sensations there. Nothing to do for this next minute, but enjoy some well-deserved rest. Shavasana. And you are welcome to stay exactly as you are. Just absorb some more rest. Allow everything to settle further. Or you could, of course, start to bring a little bit of aliveness to the fingers, the toes, the face. And eventually, you might roll to the side of the body. You might find a seated position from there. So this all happens kind of like it's a slow motion thing. And we arrive back at where we began our practice, in our seated position, maybe with our eyes closed, arms resting where comfortable, spine is long, face and shoulders are soft. And you could place the hands on the heart space. You could join the palms together if you wish, or something else. Take a nice deep breath in, sit tall. And as you breathe out, just gently drop the chin to the chest, bowing to yourself. Body, breath, mind, perhaps spirit or soul. Bowing to each other. And I bow to you. Thank you for trusting me. The light and dark in me honors the light and dark within you. Namaste.